Hello folks, welcome one more time to the John's Classic Garage. Today I have a small little chore to share with you, which I didn't know till recently. Recently I have found out about those things, and to be quite honest with you, I was shocked. I was shocked because I didn't know that cutting wheels and the grinding wheels have a date by use. As you can see, this one is good till 2014, right? And for example, this one was good till 2009, okay? And many others which I have there, I wasn't aware that these cutting discs and the grinding disc, they are made out of the abrasive materials which has to be glued somehow together. So I wasn't aware that they have a due by date, and I was using them. As you can see here, I have a whole heap of them here, and when I look at a date, all of them had expired. Some of those I got from the friends who were working on the places, and they would just bring it to me because they knew that I'm using those things, and they would say to me, you can have them. And the other day I come to the conclusion through the one article which I read on the internet about those things and how can they how they have expiry date. So just so you guys have take a note of it, that these things can make a big damage to your well-being and to your life, should I call it. Be aware of that. Be aware of that, and make sure once you take any of those cutting or grinding discs, check when is a due by date, because if anything does happen, I'm 100% sure that they would come up with the lawyers and saying, oh yeah, you should check all those things. 58 years I have, and since first time I had a meeting with a grinder was when I was 8 years old. So 50 years ago my father brought a grinder from the Germany where he was working at a time. And all those years I was playing with them as well, and I used them quite often, and I have a little collection of them here. I don't know if you can see them. There's a tree here, and sorry for the bad lighting. And there is a one here, and there is a few around. Same thing does apply for the grinding wheels as well. This is the old one. I'm just using this one to clean the table when I have to clean the table. So yeah, well that's what I wanted to share with you, just to so you guys can be aware of those things. And the other few things that I wanted to share with you is what I done and what I need to do. I have made this handle, as you remember from the previous videos, for the lathe, which goes here. As you can see here, that's where those things go. So I made that without the spring and the little ball which goes into those holes. As you change, that ball and a spring engages in this little hole, and that holds the handle in that position. I have thought for some reason that is because I never had a problem. It never jumped out of when I was changing the gears. It didn't make any sort of a difference. So I thought there was no need for it. But then when I look at these handles, again, poor lighting, so I can't show you bugger all. That was seen. I have seen that they do have a spring which looks something like this. This is the spring that I have chosen, spring and the ball for this application. This is an 8 mil ball and probably 8 mil spring, or a little bit smaller than 8 mil. And this is the old handle. What I did try to refix that. So I drill another hole, and then I drill a hole for the spring and the thing, and what was left to do was to drill one more of these holes up here, which would which would go through this hole, right? But when I put this, I didn't have a chuck to hold 11 mil drill, sort of a drill bit. It's not a drill bit. It's what's it called? Drilling. Oh God, it's called complete blockout. God, drilling thing, whatever. I ended up with a hole which was maybe quarter of the mil bigger than 11 mil. This is 11 mil. This is 11 and 25. So that's sloppy and wobbly inside the hole. So what I did yesterday, I made another blank. It took me bloody whole day long. Not quite whole day long, but it took me good 2 hours. And reason for that is because that material was probably bigger than that, much, maybe 20, 25, 30 mil bigger than that. So I was taking my time, steady. So all I have to do now, I have to, on the back side, I have to do exactly same what is on this one, apart from this middle hole, this center hole I made just so I can clean the front side, so the front side looks semi-decent. And then I'll just drill 8 mil hole, 11 mil hole, and the handle, this very same handle, I will chuck into this one, and then back to the machine. Now that will happen sometime tonight. Night is still young. It's only what, 10 to 11, 12 to 7. So I'll play with that because I have nothing smarter to do, nothing better to do. I will try to sort that out. Now I recall, what is this thing called? It's called slot drill. God, this English is obviously not my natural language, so I have issues sometimes thinking of the proper word for bits and pieces. So you gotta forgive me about that one. But I'm working on that constantly all the time. And another reason that I made that hole bigger was this collet. I didn't have a collet, 12 mil collet. This is 11 mil bit, but the top is 12. So I didn't have that, so I had to use ER32, and as you can see, that is quite long, and maybe it wobbled, maybe I did something wrong, because that drilling bit is exactly 11 mil, and this hole, you can probably tell. I can, and I have a square eye, so that the top hole is bigger than the bottom one. So I'll try to make that. Reason that I'm making videos like this all in one hit is that my old computer died after 6 years of service, after 6 years of being with me, and it just passed away. Should I say that? And now I'm left with Mrs. computer, and I'm playing with her computer, which is again new to me. And obviously on mine I had all those tools to upload the videos and all this. All this is gonna be in one hit because I don't know how to put them together, and I don't want to spend more money on a new program to edit the videos, which will have to happen one day. But as for now, it is what it is, and it is how it is. Well, that's what was happening in the last few days, guys. These two babies are working like a charm. I'm really happy with it all this Easter time, since we are still in a lockdown. I have been playing with them and learning stuff as I go. There's still heaps to learn. There's still heaps to put in a good books, because a lot of those things are completely new to me, and when I start doing something, I have to go and watch the videos of the other people who know what they're doing and how they're doing, and then I have to come in here and play with that. Playing with the stuff as we with the stuff. Also, I pull apart this. I think it's American chuck, beautiful chuck. But what happened to it? This is what happened. These jaws are cooked, so that's going to be something to try to change and to buy a jaws somewhere. So if anyone has any idea where to buy the jaws for it, it would be highly appreciative to let me know whereabouts I can do those things. What else to say? There's not much happening in a life other than being inside the garage. As you can see, the garage is closed because it's a dark outside. Everything has been tucked away nicely where it should go and how it should go, and the table is in the middle just because of the light and lighting. I put some extra lights so you guys can sort of see what's happening, even though it's not the best, but it is what it is. So I'm playing in here, I'm playing with all this stuff and trying to use my time as best I can in order to get to the where I want to be. Steady, steady. I believe everything will happen in a good time, and that will be all for this one, guys. From the Classic Garage, from the John. After this Easter, I'm wishing you all the best in your life. For the people who are celebrating Easter next week, I'll also wish them very best for the Easter and very best in their life. Guys, take care, look after yourself, all the best. Cheers.